Hello to all of our amazing Valor and Lyme watchers. Today I have a video to share with you that I hope is one of many, where we talk with Dr. Adams, my partner in crime at the Nepute Wellness Center. He has offered graciously to answer any questions that I have on video so that I can share them with everybody else, so that you guys can start to see the process that I'm going through and hopefully answer any questions that you guys might have about the process as a whole. So as we're going through these, if you guys have any topics that you want me to ask him, or you have any questions about the process, let me know. I am happy to ask him. He is happy to put it into a video format so that everybody can see it. But this first one is just a quick little blurb of what the center does and how it could possibly help somebody other than me. Good morning, my friends. I'm a little shadowy. That's okay. That's okay. I am here with the awesome Dr. Adams. He is with the Nepute Wellness Center. So he is kind of the catalyst in getting this whole get Jenny better type thing. So I want to know why somebody would want to try like a facility like Nepute Wellness, because we've got people all over, not just in St. Louis.
1000%.
So why would somebody want to come to you versus another doctor? I know I came because mine looked at me like I had three heads when I thought that there was an alternative to going on immune suppressing drugs. But why? Why would somebody else come here?
Great question. So we have people come to us because we're very, very unique. And by unique, it means that we have a holistic approach, but we've got medical doctors, nurse practitioners, chiropractors. We're working together, but we're trying to do it without the use of medication. So when somebody comes in and they say, I'm sick, what happens with healthcare now? Insurance, that makes it where you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. You know, you tell me your symptoms, I don't have time to listen to them. Here's a script, try this. If it don't work, come back in a couple weeks. And then that's how our healthcare is. It's because it's volume based. So we don't do that. Instead of chasing the symptom, we look at the cause. So what is causing you to feel so bad? So whenever we looked at you, we had a huge chemical imbalance. So your liver, your kidneys, the things that have to function to filter all of this junk out to get the inflammation out of your body, that system was off. Your brain wasn't functioning how it should. Your hormone regulation was down.
Story of my life that my brain's not functioning right.
So she did better than some people. So especially when you have kids. So so the hormone level was down. So was the brain firing. So when the brain fires, your brain lives up in through here. So the spinal cord comes down. So this is your breaker box for your body. So it's just like your house. If we come in, this light goes off and the outlet goes off, the fuse blows, I can't come in here and work on the light or work on this and fix it. I've got to go and flip that switch. So where you had compression in your spine.
Let's see if we can move this a little bit so they can see what you're talking about
1000%.
here.
So as we look, once again, brain lives up in through here, comes down, communicates. So as we look, we've got L4, L5. Those nerves that come down, they control our hormones. So how our hormones are regulated. So the brain sends a signal, comes down here. It doesn't communicate how it should with this organ. Everything is delayed. Same thing comes up in through here. So we had a lot of compression in the lower part of the neck. Well, that's our thyroid, that's the stomach, that's the liver, that's our pancreas. These are all the things that we've got to have working to be able to function. And the big thing about when you have this kind of chronic pain, why people look at it is because they just don't understand. So why do I feel this way? So, well, we know your chemistry is off. We know that your brain is off, and we looked at your spinal alignment, which showed a lot of compression. So when you looked, you had some alignment problems as well. So the structure was off. You had compression, especially for somebody your age that you shouldn't have. So when we look at what's going on with the body, we've got chemical, we've got emotional, and then we've got the physical stress. So when you fix that, you're not just treating the symptom, because when we get this system and we don't fix the other two, you don't get those results. And that's why we do things so different. I mean, we had a lady, she's a medical doctor in Africa that actually flew over because she wanted to learn a holistic approach. We do have people come from all over, and the reason is not because we do something crazy, it's just because we put it together and we find why I feel this way instead of, you know, well, here's your symptom, let's throw a Band-Aid on it. Right. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense. Yeah. Now, because they did a whole panel, we did a brain scan, spine scan, nerve scan. You scan my feet.
Yep. Okay. So we do a foot scan, and that shows how I'm balanced. So because a lot of times people, they don't get this, but when you have got your unleveling in the lower portion of your back or your hips, it's just like your house. So you always see, I watch a lot of Cardinals. I'm a huge Cardinals fan, so I watch lots of games. every single commercial, what do they have? They've got those foundation guys. If you're, home, the foundation's down, you got to get it fixed because it causes leaks, causes cracks, causes all this stuff. Same thing happens down here. So if this is off, it's just like your car being out of alignment. It throws every other thing off. Sure. And like we talked about, having the balance, having the nerves, seeing how those are functioning, seeing the actual physical x-rays, seeing all this and putting it together, we're not guessing. So it's not, well, I think this might be what's going on with you. We come in, you can quantify, hey, this is what's going on with you. I know why you feel the way. Because a lot of stuff that we talked about, you didn't tell me the symptoms. And we were going through, I was like, this is how you should be feeling. And you're like, yeah,
no, I'm not.
Yeah. And that's the things that we see is, when we come in and we put it all together, you just don't miss stuff. So.
Right. Well, and what was interesting is I know some people don't see the value of chiropractic care. Sure. But what was interesting is they did a whole blood panel, more than I've ever seen on myself, but it supported what the x-ray showed of where, so you're saying, okay, there's liver issues. Well, my blood work showed that there was liver issues. Right. So it put a lot of stock in it for me. So somebody who doesn't live in St. Louis, sure. What kind of doctor would they look for? Because I know just plain chiropractic doesn't always look at the
1,000%.
The whole thing.
Yeah. I always tell people, because I get this question all the time, is it's like baking a cake. It's like you could put somebody like me and I could have all the ingredients, but if I don't know how to put them together the right way, I'm not going to have a good end result. Mm-hmm. And that's the same thing. So unfortunately, when you look at these holistic, approaches, that's why we've got medical. That's why we've got nurse practitioners, because you always hear, well, medical doctors hate chiropractors. Chiropractors hate medical doctors. It's just about getting on the same page, because in the end, we want to see the patient get better, and it don't matter how it happens. Sometimes, is there a need for medication? Yeah, I had a guy that came in. He had been on testosterone that his medical doctor had provided. Mm-hmm. Came in, his leg was swollen, huge. He was having calf pain, and he thought he had pulled something. We did an evaluation, found out he didn't have a pulse down there, sent him to the ER. He had a clot that would have went to his pulmonary system, which means boom. And it was all because of this. But if we would have just looked at the symptom and said, oh, your calf hurts, let's stretch it out here, wouldn't have got to that point. So we look at, every single thing together from a medical perspective. So our medical doctor looks at it, nurse practitioner looks at it, chiropractor looks at it, and we come together and say, hey, this is what I think this person would benefit from. Medical doctor says, yeah, this person, we need to do this and this. And sometimes they may say, hey, they've got to be on a medication until we can get them down. Mm-hmm. Because they're at a high level, they're about to have a stroke. So we need to get them on a medication until we can fix the problem and get them off. So, to say when you're looking for this, there's not a ton of integrated medical facilities.
That's what I found too when
around.
I was looking.
So, I will always be happy if you've got friends that are looking for, if you send me the location. So send it to Jennifer and say, hey, look, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm looking for. I'll definitely do my best to see if I can find something that's close. It just all depends on, proximity. Like Colorado, I've got a couple buddies that do this that, are great. We've got a couple through the Midwest, but, it just really depends. But I'll definitely look and see if I can help, find if you have some friends that are looking for this. So.
And at the end of this video, I will include their contact information if any of the St. Louis folks interested in this want to give them a call. But
sure.
And what, I know there's people with a variety of illnesses. Is there people who you can't help, or do you say everybody give a once over? Because I know sometimes doctors are just human. That is it worth anyone who is having any sort of symptoms? Like, I didn't give up on my rheumatologist or my primary care. They just know I'm taking a 1-year break to try something different.
Sure.
So I got it all pre-approved, but is there anybody who shouldn't come to you, or should everybody come and at least get evaluated and just see? And you would tell them if you can't help them.
1,000%. And you do. You have people that you want to help, but you just can't. So if you get to a point where you've got, 75% stenosis, research shows that nerve will die, and you can do conservative treatments over and over and over and over, but they're never going to get that relief. So surgical case, and it stinks when you have to go in and tell somebody, and I want to help you, but I just can't. But we don't know until we evaluate and we look. So we don't treat. We don't treat cancer, we don't treat diabetes, we don't treat ADHD, we don't treat those diseases. What we do is we just help boost the immune system so your body can fight off those things, because your body can do some really, really, really cool stuff when you let it.
Right.
So, and that's, that's just the difference, And like I said, it all comes down to, we're not looking at the symptom.
Right.
All about the cause.
Right. All right. Well, this is Dr. Adams, and we will see more of him on a future
Yeah, that's
future
right.
interview.
And I am super excited to be on this journey. So these are the cool things, you know. And when she asked me, she said, "Yeah, can I video it?" I'm like, "Shoot, yeah," because you know this gets in and it shows people, because I know there's a lot of people that are dealing with the same things that she's dealing with.
Yep.
And you know, and you go to a doctor, well, you're crazy, or you're just a pain in the butt, or it's all in your head. It's hard for family members to get it too. So a lot of times spouses, loved ones, because they don't know what you're going through. But we see it all day, every day, and we can go through and we can say, hey, look, I've had 1,000 patients that have these same symptoms, and this is what we can do for you. It makes a big difference. So when you see her improve, you see her get to that point, it's going to be awesome, because whether you come here, whether you go somewhere else, just knowing that there's something that you can do is huge.
All right. Until next time, my friends, be healthy, be happy.